What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at this beautiful 2018 Mercedes-AMG S63 Coupe that we have borrowed from Atlanta Classic Cars. This particular model has been finished in a beautiful iridium silver, and the interior has been finished in a Designo black Napa leather. Now, it is my opinion that there are a few cars that look as graceful as this one on the road today. The S-Class Coupe is well deserving of the flagship status from Mercedes-Benz. So today, let's take a look at the exterior and interior details of this S63 Coupe and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. Now, if you've seen our review on the 2018 Mercedes-Benz S560 Cabriolet, you'll remember some of my favorite characteristics about that car are its sweeping lines and its sleek design. Now, if you take a look at the coupe variants, particularly this S63 Coupe, one could argue that those styling cues are even better represented on the coupe model. Just look at this car. It is absolutely stunning from any angle. With that being said, one of the strongest design cues unique to the S-Class Coupe models is its pillarless design. There's no B-pillar. That, in combination with a panoramic roof, provides a sense of open airness, even though this car isn't even a convertible. This is the only coupe on the market that has been able to maintain a pillarless design for more than 50 years. When compared to the S560 Coupe and Cabriolet, the front of the S63 features a completely new aggressive appeal, and that's mostly thanks to this Panamericana grille. This is a styling cue that was lifted from the AMG GT3 race car and also pays homage to the 300 SL that won the 1952 Panamericana road race. Coming lower, you also have your AMG front apron, which features aggressive sculpting as well. Taking a look at the rear of the S63, one of my favorite features is how the roofline so gracefully blends in with the trunk lid. Now, the tail lamps on this car are a work of art in themselves. They are based on OLED technology, which means organic light emitting diodes. They're composed of 33 wafers that kind of have a three-dimensional effect to it depending on what angle you look at them. Coming lower, of course, you have your AMG Performance exhaust system with a black diffuser, which contrasts well against the iridium silver. We talked about quite a few of the design cues of this beautiful S63 Coupe. Now let's focus on some of the characteristics that directly impact the vehicle's driving dynamics. For example, the 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive system. This system is capable of delivering 100% of the torque to the rear wheels, but also allows for a certain degree of all-wheel drive based on driving demands. This works by the use of an electromechanical coupler that is located between the front and rear axles. This electromechanical coupler is controlled by the use of a computer. The computer goes through a matrix which takes inputs such as your driving mode, longitudinal and lateral acceleration, and available grip, and is able to appropriately distribute the torque. Now, we talked about how power gets delivered to the road. Let's go ahead and talk about the wheel, tire, and brake setup. This particular S63 is equipped with the AMG 5-spoke wheels that have a nice machined finish to them. They're shot in Continental tires that are 255 up front and 285 in the rear. Now, your brake rotors are cross-drilled and internally ventilated. One specific thing I want to mention about the brakes is that this vehicle features adaptive cornering assist. Essentially, this works in conjunction with the vehicle's electronic stability program. Once ESP detects that this vehicle is in understeer, it's able to apply the brake on the rear inside wheel while this vehicle is in a turn. What this does is cause a shift in torque distribution, allowing the vehicle to pivot. Now, the vehicle pivoting will allow the vehicle to be on a better vector suited for the turn. Let me give you a quick demonstration on how this works. For this demonstration, I'm going to be using a wheelchair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to allow the wheelchair to roll a little bit, then I'm going to apply my hand on the left wheel. Consider that analogous to this car applying the brake on the inside rear wheel while in a turn. That is going to cause the wheelchair to turn a little bit, which would be this car pivoting while in a turn. Essentially, this is how torque vectoring by braking works. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let the wheelchair roll. I'm going to grab the left wheel, and as you can see, I'm turning. And I'm able to control where the wheelchair goes, just like that. Let's talk about the heart of this S63, which is a handcrafted 4-liter bi-turbo V8 engine placed in the hot inside V configuration. Now, we talked about the hot inside V configuration in previous videos, but for those of you who are new to the channel, I will go ahead and list the key benefits. 1, you're getting a compact design. 2, you're getting a more efficient design. And 3, and most importantly, there's near zero pressure loss or turbo lag. And that is due to the fact that the boost from the turbo has an extremely short distance to travel from the turbo to the cylinder banks. This engine also features AMG cylinder management. It's able to seamlessly deactivate cylinders 2, 3, 5, and 8 under low load conditions. When more power is desired, all the cylinders are able to reactivate, giving you access to 603 horsepower, which is available from 5,500 to 6,000 RPM. This engine also produces 664 pound-foot of torque from the low engine speed of 2,750 RPM to 4,500 RPM. This engine is also connected to an AMG MCT speed shift transmission that features 9 gears. 0 to 60 comes in just 3.4 seconds, and this vehicle has a top track speed of 186 miles per hour. Now it sounds glorious connected to an AMG performance exhaust system. Let's have a listen. So that sounded incredible. I've always loved the pops and crackles you get from AMG performance exhaust systems. Now let's go ahead and check the interior of this car out. Starting at the top of the dash, it's covered in that smooth black Nappa leather. You have dual 12.3-inch display screens, one behind the steering wheel for your instrument cluster, and then one for your command system, your navigation, and other vehicle features. Further down, you have 4 air conditioning vents, your controls for your air conditioning systems. There's 2 cup holders located underneath this piece of veneer. And then coming further back, you have controls for your infotainment system. Now, one of these controls I want to point out is your dynamic select button, which allows you to change the vehicle's driving mode, whether it be comfort, sport, sport plus, or even a race mode for the S63 AMG. Coming further back, there's a button that allows you to operate the transmission manually. Just gives you a little bit more excitement while driving this vehicle. And of course, you also have your volume controls and typical controls for your navigation, radio, media, and telephone as well. Coming over to the steering wheel, in my opinion, this is one of the most gorgeous steering wheels on the market right now. It features a beautiful steampunk design, which is part of the refresh for 2018. I love how the bright work pops out at you, providing an excellent contrast against the black Nappa leather. Now, of course, behind the steering wheel, you have 2 thick aluminum shift paddles for downshifting and upshifting as well. And of course, behind the steering wheel, as I mentioned, you have a vibrant instrument cluster, which is really easy to read using that 12.3-inch display system. The seats in this S-Class are a work of art in themselves. They are just beautiful. Look at this diamond stitching. They feature perforations, 3 levels of cooling and heating as you would expect, 6 different massages. They are 12-way adjustable. They also feature active multi-contour seating, which means the side bolsters will inflate or deflate if you're on a twisty road and driving aggressively. That's going to keep you planted in the center of the seat. The seats in this car are just amazing. There's no other word for it. Coming over to the door panels, they're covered in black Nappa leather. They feature beautiful wood veneer, as you would expect. They're controls for your seating, which again are 12-way adjustable with 3-position memory. Your controls for your heating and cooling options, and even a button that allows you to control the passenger side seat from the driver's seat. Coming further down, you have an aluminum door handle, your unlock and lock buttons, controls for all 4 windows and your side view mirrors, and of course, some storage on the bottom of the door as well. The seats in the rear of the S-Class feature just as much attention to detail as they did up front. They feature the diamond stitching, there's also contrast stitching, and the leather is smooth and soft to the touch. Now, if I put the driver's seat back, it's going to come back ever so slightly till it taps my knees, and then it's going to go up a little bit to make sure I have enough room. Now, there's decent headroom back here, and you have a terrific view of the panoramic roof as well. That was a brief overview of this beautiful 2018 Mercedes-AMG S63 Coupe. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this car. If you're interested in this Mercedes-Benz or any other vehicle, please reach out to my friend Jesse Cannon-Wallace at Atlanta Classic Cars. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also hit that notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is released. Thank you guys again, and I'll catch you in the next one.